The reason I'm going back tonight is because I couldn't afford a hotel room. So thank you very much. It's not often that I get one up, because I was about to say as the beginning of my remarks that I was present at the creation. Anyway, that's stealing from one of my heroes, Dean Acheson, who wrote a book, present at the creation. And I really was, because I was fortunate enough to be the fellow that Henry put his hand on my head and said I was supposed to take care of the new Chinese representative, General, well, he wasn't a general, but he had been, Huang Chen, who had been a general in the army and had in fact participated in the Long March. And he was the first representative of the People's Republic of China here, and he and his wife were wonderful people. They didn't like me much, but they liked my two boys. And so we got invited over there many times, and he gave my son's pandas, and then he also gave a book to one of them, at least, which talked about a little peasant girl who was who handled, I think it was sheep. And anyway, her sheep got caught in a snowstorm. And this book talked about how, using the teachings of Mao, she'd been able to get her sheep out of the snowstorm. And it took me a long time to convince my son Drew that Mao need not be followed in every single thing he ever said. Anyway, this magnificent building, I beg your pardon, this magnificent building makes the old building pale and insignificant. But at the same time, I must say that my recollections of Huang Chen and his wife in the early days with the People's Republic of China were great. As a matter of fact, one of the things I do remember is that Huang Chen, I met him at an airport one time, and he pulled me aside and he said, does this thing with Nixon look very serious? I said, no, don't have to worry about it at all. And Nixon resigned 2 weeks later, and Huang Chen never asked me for advice thereafter. Having said all of that, I do really want to say to our ambassador, as far as I'm concerned, that he has been an old and long and dear friend, and he has a responsibility, which is he needs to explain the People's Republic of China to the United States, to our people. He also needs to explain us to the People's Republic of China. He was very, very well respected by the previous administration, and I am sure, am I not, gentlemen and ladies, he will be equally so by the new administration as he explains it to his own people in Beijing, and when he's finished with that, maybe he and I could sit down so he could explain it to me. Having said all of that, the point here, more than any other, is that it is important that the People's Republic of China understand us and that we understand them. That has not always been the case. Our history, our bilateral history, is one of both understanding and not so general understanding. And I think now it is incumbent upon both embassies to do their very best to explain one to the other, because in my prejudiced view, within the next decade or so, it will be the People's Republic of China and hopefully the United States that will be determining more than any other two countries the future of this globe we live on. And it is, I think, Mr. Ambassador, your responsibility to do everything you can to bring about as close a relationship as possible between ourselves and your country, which is a great and growing country and will be, in fact, one of the most senior, most responsible, most important countries on the face of this earth within the next decade or so. And as I said, I hope that will also be the case for my own country. And with that said, I want, sir, to explain to you that I'd be glad to help you anytime I can, because it is the most responsible relationship that we have, and it must prosper. So, congratulations to you, and I'm not now sure what I'm supposed to do, whether that is to give you this painting or the weight or what.
He's going to come up, and we're going to give him this.
Come on up here.
This is a painting by Peter Max of the ambassador. Peter Max lived for a period of his career in China and painted this original painting for the ambassador. So we're thank you.
By the way, Congressman Davis once remarked to me tonight that it was obvious my photograph had been taken some years ago.